Definitely going to get 2K this year.
Welcome back, familia, to Northside LDN Caramba. We're here on the first episode of the Rivals Show. I got my brother DG. I had to get the real man from Tottenham, you get me, to educate us, and let's see what's going down at the lane. How you doing, DG, bro?
Yeah, man, bro. You know what? First and foremost, it's a pleasure to kind of be on the show and do this with you, my bro. Yeah, do you know what? I feel good. I feel good because I think so far for me, it feels like there's been a shift, almost a little bit like Stranger Things, with the Upside Down, because I'm currently watching Stranger Things at the moment on Netflix. But yeah, I feel like there's a shift in a positive direction for Spurs, and I'm kind of looking forward to the season already. Things just seem to be lining up in place, and yeah, I can't lie to you, my bro. I'm really, really excited, Northside, and I'm kind of hoping that by the end of these 2 months, I know you've been an Arsenal fan from young, but with the way things are going, bro, you know what I mean? You might have to just join the side that looks like they're making moves. Do you know what I'm saying?
God forbid, Garamba, God forbid, there's no way in hell I'm joining that, bro. That's a lifetime of hell. I told you, get them kids, yeah? Get them kids out the Tottenham shirt, bro. Or I'm calling child services. I'm telling you right now.
Bro, I already told you, my son is 7, and all he's seen is Tottenham finish above Arsenal. He doesn't know Arsenal to finish above Spurs, and I think with the way things are going, he ain't gonna know that thing anytime soon. That's for sure.
Has your son ever seen your club go like this? Armpits in the air. Have you ever seen armpits in the air from Tottenham?
No, he hasn't. But what I will say is that next season, this season coming, is when Tottenham first pick up a trophy. You've heard it live and direct here. It's not financial advice. But yeah. I think if you want to put an outside chance on a black horse, then that horse has to be Tottenham Hotspur this season. That's for sure.
Listen, we're going to start with Tottenham. Everyone in the channel, make sure you like and subscribe. Also, make sure you subscribe to my guy's channel as well. Make sure you're supporting good content, good creators. You know what I mean? Diversity is what it's all about on YouTube. Listen, let's get into Tottenham, because most of the followers, most of the viewers already know what's going on at Arsenal. Obviously, Ian Wright's come out and tried to be part of the fan police. We'll get into that later. Let's get into Tottenham first.
Sure.
Have you been impressed so far with the transfer window, and what kind of business should we be expecting from Conte and from Tottenham?
Bro, I have to say to you, I've been I think impressed is an understatement. I think if you know Tottenham and the way that we normally move during the transfer window, Tottenham is lastminute.com. We're linked with a player, we're linked with 100 players for the whole summer. And then the last week, just before kickoff, is about, the friendly game that we have just before the season starts. That's when, Levy takes off, he puts on his trainers and wants to start getting last minute deals. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. But one thing I can say to you, I've never seen a manager have up our board the way that Conte's had up our board. And I have to just put some respect on his name. Tottenham's already secured 3 players, and we're in the first week of the transfer window, and we're not stopping, bro. It's looking mad from the outside in. I think even the neutral will say Tottenham's doing great business. Even you guys, you have to say, bro, that Tottenham's doing great business. I was on 1Touch TV, and I will be on there tomorrow. And my guy Niger was talking about Basuma. But Basuma for you guys. Yeah, Basuma for Arsenal. And, I'm looking forward to that show. But can you imagine we got Basuma over the line?
That's 25 mil. You got him for cheaper than we got this Fabio Vieira, and he's not even proven, while Basuma's ready-made, already been in the Premier League, ready to go.
Bro, and you know what happened? I know that what happened is, like Arteta and some of the Arsenal board, they've been watching our shows and what we were talking. When I was with you last time, I was talking about there ain't no names in the squad, the likes of Vieira, Henry, Perez. And quite literally, whoever was watching the show went out and got some I don't know, minus 2.0 Vieira. Look, I don't know this Vieira kid, you get me? But I know that getting Vieira in was an attempt to kind of lift the morale within the Arsenal fan base. But, let me not knock the guy too tough. We don't know what he's going to do. But yeah, I don't know. But I think for Spurs, Basuma, great signing. Perisic, with the way football's going these days, doesn't matter if you're 32, 33. These men are going on to 37, 38, kicking ball. I think Perisic is going to do a job and his experience. And then Forster had a good season at Southampton last year when he came in. So in terms of a backup goalkeeper, someone to play in the FA Cup, someone to play in the League Cup, I mean, even dare I say, he might even get 1 or 2 games in the Champions League. It just makes sense. It's looking very scary right now, my bro. It's looking very, very scary. And as a Spurs fan, I'm excited because we're not stopping, bro. And that is what I think you guys should be worried about.
With the first 2 that you guys got, Kulusevski and Bentancur, which one was on loan and which one did you pay for?
Yeah, so we paid for Bentancur. Kulusevski was a loan deal. Yeah, but I think we've triggered the option to buy him now. Oh, also, we got Romero on loan. So we hadn't even bought Romero, and so we're just triggering that clause as well to buy. And I think it makes sense because too often you buy players and they come to the Premier and they just can't hack it. They've got to kind of prove themselves, and so I think it's smart business.
We know all about that. Tavares ain't good enough. He should have been on a flipping loan with the option to buy. I think that's actually very smart the way you're not doing it, especially if you got limited funds. Because then you can see, okay, cool, this guy can hack it. This guy can do it. If not, it's a win-win. You paid his wages. You didn't burn a hole in your pocket. And he can go. And if not, then you can trigger that. Well, how much are you going to pay for Kulusevski? What,
so
20 mil?
No, I think it's going to be about, I think it's like 35 mil or something like that. It's not crazy. I think whatever we're paying for him is absolutely cheap, to be honest, because of what he's done. And the thing is, he can only get better. If you think my man joined in Jan, I think the other thing people keep forgetting is that Kulusevski is 21. You know, we're talking about he's younger than Saka. No, him and Saka are about the same age, I think. You know, 21. Smith, you know, so he's in and around that Smith Rowe camp, but the maturity, the way he conducts himself,
he's a baller. And the money you pay for Kulusevski, and now you're paying for Basuma. That's the same amount of money we paid for Ben White,
bro.
Look at the level of business.
Yeah, I'm telling you, and you know, I was saying that the Champions League, I can see a major shift for Spurs. I think Basuma, he wanted to play Champions League football. The guy almost was looking like he was about to start crying. You know, that's how much he wanted it. And to think that when Tottenham lost to Brighton at home, and I think even when you lot got batted up by Brighton, it was Basuma running things in that midfield. And it really is looking kind of peak because he's the kind of player that we kind of need, just that steel grit, that Vieira type, the real Vieira type player is Basuma. And I think it's it's a solid buy from Spurs.
No, 100%. And what makes me laugh is Arsenal fans, as soon as a player's linked to us, all these super fans start flipping, oh, this guy's this, this guy's that, putting his head in the jersey. Do you know what I'm saying? Talking about XG and all this rubbish about it, making it seem like he's the best in his position. And now, because they want to save face like this club, now they're trying to act like, oh, well, why is Arsenal fans panicking about the Basuma deal? Wait, hold on. Because we all know we needed him. We all know he's a player that walks into our starting lineup, walks into your starting lineup, and we've allowed him to go down to the lane. Most of these guys want to act like accountants. Well, 25 mil, I mean, you guys spend less money than us. If you can spend it, we could spend it. We're paying more for Fabio Vieira. So why are we allowing somebody that walks into both our squads to go into your squad? And now we're paying more money than you are paying for Basuma, for Fabio Vieira, without knowing if he can do it or not. Because let's be real, yeah? Let's keep it 100% real. The Portuguese league is probably about the 6th strongest league in the world. It's not, it's just outside the top 5. The German league, French league, Spanish league, English league, Italian league are all above it. So that's a lot of levels to go up. He's now going to have to come to the Premier League, the best, not the second or third, the best, and have to perform in a side that actually isn't very good and has a lot of kids that are going to be inconsistent. When you start looking at it like that, bro, it don't look that great. Some people were nodding up Fabio Vieira. Oh, Fabio Vieira. These men are chatting absolute merda. They were telling me that Vitinha was the one, and they had a winger called Otavio as well at Portugal, in Porto. They were saying that they wanted him. All of a sudden, because he's coming, oh, let's beat Fabio Vieira. Bro, none of these men ever watched the Portuguese league. I've been doing my show long enough. These men don't watch Portuguese league. But now all of a sudden they try to act like experts. At least like me, I tell them straight. I support Benfica. Actually, I got the Benfica shirt on today.
Yeah.
I support Benfica. That's my Portuguese side. I only can really talk about players that play for Benfica. That's the only ones that I give any amount of attention. The rest of them I can't really see. There's a guy called Paulinho at Sporting Lisbon. He has been very good, and a lot of people have been telling me this guy's a baller, this guy's a baller. So I was watching.
We were linked with him. Yeah.
Baller, bro. And the only way I can forgive, I'm fuming, bro, with the fact that we allowed Basuma to go to Eula and we didn't even inquire about him. If we get Paulinho, I may forgive it. But unless we get Paulinho, I'm not. Because going into next season, I'm prepared with Thomas Partey. And if Partey gets injured, we're going to have El Neni. Well, with El Neni in the middle, you lot piped us. With El Neni there, we missed out on top 4 when we were supposed to be favourites this season. What will happen next season?
Yeah, no, bro. And you know what? And Northside, this is why it's a pleasure to always be on the show. Because sometimes when I'm speaking to Arsenal fans, some of them look like they're in Alice in Wonderland, or you know that film, The Labyrinth. Do you know what I mean? With David Bowie, it feels like I'm dealing with people that are just not in this realm. The truth of the matter is, and I know Spurs fans are not going to forgive me for this, what I'm about to say, but I think they need to deep what I'm about to say. Basuma is an Arsenal type player. He's the sort of player that back in the day, you get over the line. He goes Arsenal over Tottenham all day, every day. If you see his build, his physicality. I know we had I think the only other person that Arsenal missed out on of a similar type of ilk was a Wanyama, to be honest. Wanyama, again, you lot had the opportunity to get him. You let him come to Spurs. And for me, Wanyama, he left too soon, to be honest. We sent him off to the MLS, but I reckon he had another couple of seasons. Basuma is definitely someone who would have reinforced your midfield. And that's why I said this week was a shift. The fact that we could get a player that back in the day I see Basuma turning into our Patrick Vieira. I can see him really just running things in that midfield, box to box, breaking up plays, shutting people down, breaking bones. That you Breaking Bad, you know the ones that he's really going to do. And you lot didn't go for him. And like you said, I think Paulinho, I think Spurs have been linked with him as right. But when I saw that Vieira guy, or whoever you want to call him, Vieira or whatever his name is, it was an underwhelming purchase. I mean, I saw all Arsenal fans putting it out. We got this brother in. But really and truly, I think if they really deep it, that is a crap buy. Do you know what I mean? And the truth of the matter is, you know, it's a wing. You know, we talked about last time when we were speaking with your brother from Cardiff, you know, the hope and the prayer. And I feel like Arsenal's doing a hope and a prayer type of signing. You're hoping and praying that this brother is going to come good. But the truth of the matter is, I think he's going to struggle. Look at, I'll give you an example. Fernandes was running things in Portugal. Running things. So was even Lo Celso. I don't know if Lo Celso came from there or not.
No, I don't think Lo Celso came.
No, but at least
Fernandes came.
Yeah. He's come, had a great first season. Last season, I don't think we see him again. I don't see him hitting the heights that he's hit in the first season. So you're right. 6th-tier football. Even my man Nunes that signed for Liverpool, if it's not for the fact that he's in the Liverpool squad, he's going to find it difficult. He's going to find it difficult to find goals. The Premier League is not a joke. And I think that midfielder that you brought Vieira, and also because football also is about, you know, 50% of it is about talent, and then 50% of it is, I think, is a mentality thing. When you look at that Arsenal squad and you see the names popping out, you know, Aston Villa are wanting to have a goal, Brighton's wanting to have a goal. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's looking long. And I think for you to have I mean, I know we're dealing with Spurs at the moment, but you're going to need a couple of power purchases to say that you guys are back, or you guys are going to be falling behind the likes of Aston Villa at the rate that you guys are going. But, you know, we're dealing with Spurs at the moment, and we've bought we've got 3 players in. That is excellent. I think the scary part is we've got another 4 to go, and I think we're going to get all of them over the line. That's what's scary.
In that 4, would you say you need another centre-back to pair up with Romero? Because other than Romero, your centre-backs are arse. And CDM, you really needed to, because you've been going over the same CDMs that just ain't worked. When Spurs actually found good CDMs, most of the time their legs are shot or they get injury problems, and then the rest of them are just not good enough. You know what I'm saying? So
Oh,
you've been calling for this for a long time. Also, I think you do need another striker. I think it's absolutely ridiculous the amount of football that Harry Kane's expected to play, then play for England. It's actually incredible, you know, that he actually continues. You know, his injury record isn't that bad for someone playing week in, week out, and playing international football all the time. He's actually fit a lot of time.
And he plays 90 minutes. You know, we don't take him off, so he doesn't come off early. Like Son comes off around the 71, 72 minute mark, but Kane plays 90, 92, 93 every game because let's just be quite frank. I mean, he's up there in it, the top 3 best strikers in world football. Harry Kane doesn't miss. You know, give him a sniff, and this guy in the back of the net. He's a world-class striker. It's just unfortunate that he just hasn't had the trophies. Bro, look, this is what Tottenham have lined up at the moment. So at the moment, we're looking at a guy called Bastoni at Inter Milan. He's a left-sided defender. If we don't get Bastoni, Bastoni is kind of like a Vertonghen who's at Benfica. So I know you know your football. Vertonghen, very elegant in the way that he plays football. Bastoni is another version of that. If we don't get him, then we're going to get Bremer from Torino. Why I'm opting for Bremer over Bastoni is because Romero is a beast. You know, like people don't want it with Romero, and Bremer is another Romero, just Brazilian. He just wants to get in your face, like he just wants to smash up man them. You know, Haaland. You know, like when you look at Haaland, he's like 6'4" powerhouse. Yeah, just wants to just jam him up. So if we get a Bremer or a Bastoni, I think our defense is sorted because you know Champions League is where Liverpool, Man City were actually playing the players that don't get a game. So I can see Ben Davis getting more game time in the Champions League than in the Prem. Do you get me? Because it's where that's the level of football. Tottenham also have been linked with either Richarlison, which looks plausible at about 50 mil, 55 mil. And the good thing about Richarlison is he can play either wing or he can play a number 9. Okay. Or last season we tried to get Lautaro Martinez from Inter Milan, the Argentinian striker. For me, I would love Lautaro Martinez because that would just show that if Kane is off, God forbid he's off, Lautaro is just a demon. Do you get me? But also we know that Kane can drop deep because if we get Lautaro, I think we don't go for Eriksen. To be honest,
but would you be happy with Richarlison because? We've actually been that Brenner that I actually know him because funny enough, we keep being linked to the same players. Whether it's true or not, I don't know, but we keep getting the same links. Tottenham are interested in Brenner. Tottenham are also interested in Gabriel Jesus. Tottenham are also interested in Richarlison. Would you be happy with Richarlison? Because for me, he comes across as he's good being a big fish in a small pond. Like when you actually look at him, he's a bit, to me, it reminds me a lot of like Zaha, where it's like, it feels like a big club where you need to put big boy stats. I don't know if he could do it. Obviously, you guys is a bit different situation than us because you have an established striker, world-class striker. So maybe him playing as a backup to Harry Kane, maybe you'd be a lot happier. I want 2 world-class strikers because we ain't got none. So I wouldn't want him at Arsenal. Would you be happy with him at Tottenham?
Yes. I tell you why. I don't know if you've seen All or Nothing Brazil. On Amazon Prime.
No, I haven't seen it.
They won the Copa America. In that Brazilian squad that's going to Qatar in December, let me just say, Brazil are back. Yeah, they are back. Yeah, that team is dirty. And one of the main players in that team, along with Neymar, Coutinho, Vinicius, Casemiro, Richarlison is very much respected in that team. And let's remember, Richarlison was doing a job at Watford. When he was at Watford, I was like, that's the sort of player that Tottenham need. Unfortunately, he went to a dead Everton side. But he still managed to bag 10 goals and 5 assists this season. Yeah. But I think at Spurs, I just think that what Richarlison does is he brings adaptability and flexibility. He can play on either wing. He can play left. But also he can play up front. So we have a front 4 of Richarlison, Son, Kane, and Kulusevski. I think that rivals and that challenges Liverpool's front 4. I don't give a damn what anyone's saying. Núñez and Kane. You've got Son and Salah. You've got Jota and Kulusevski. You know, you've got Firmino and Richarlison. I think it's even. I think his odds even there. So for me, Richarlison, I think would make for wise, and I would even say for Spurs' system, it would be better that we get Richarlison over Jesus because he can play wing. He comes off. If you watch him for Everton, he comes off that left hand side. So look, and also he's playing with a team that create chances for fun. Like we create chances, we just don't bury them. And the last thing I would say to you is this: who would you rather? It's not would I rather have Richarlison or Jesus? It's would you rather have Richarlison or Lucas Moura? That's the question.
Definitely have Richarlison over Lucas Moura.
Right. So if he's better than Lucas Moura, it makes sense.
How much would you think would be reasonable? I mean, we're not accountants. We don't really care too tough. But listen, our clubs aren't made of infinite amount of money. But how much would you say, okay, that's good business, Tottenham?
Yeah, look, if we get Richarlison for 50 mil, remember, he's about 25, you know. He's still a young buck. For me, Richarlison... Yeah, Richarlison or Rafinha. 50 mil for a Brazilian international that is going to the World Cup. Yeah, he's going. I think that's good business for Spurs. And I think if we're really serious about mounting the challenge this season, which at the current rate that we're going, with the squad that we're building, you know, I'm going to make some bold statements on this show tonight. I'm not going to lie to you.
Man's got his chest up tonight. Man's got his chest up, kind of. I don't care.
I have to say, you know, the ones like really and truly, yeah, why not? We got a war chest. As you said, we've spent wisely. Perisic didn't cost us a penny. Forrest didn't cost us a penny. And Basuma, 25 mil, 35 mil. We've got up to 150 mil to spend. And if we get another, Jed Spence is likely to come through this week at 20 mil or less. Mate, we've got 100 mil left. And I think that's 50 mil on a top defender and 50 mil on a striker winger. And that's our seat, and that's done. And we'll get Eriksen for free. So for me, that's Tottenham squad rebuilt.
Is Eriksen coming? Because I keep seeing him being linked to Man United as well as you guys. Is he coming?
I think, I mean, from what I'm seeing and from the media, he wants to stay in London. And for me, it just makes sense if he comes to Spurs. You remember he won the Serie A under Conte. He knows Tottenham. I think he owes us with the way that he ducked out, because he ducked out for cheap. We sold him for 20 mil to Inter Milan.
Yeah.
Crazy. So he kind of owes it to us. And also, it makes sense for Spurs because we don't have a player like him. The only player we have is Kane. But I can only see Eriksen not coming if we get a Lautaro, because that means Kane's dropping deep this season. And that's calm, because Kane can do it. You get what I'm saying? He's our De Bruyne. He is our De Bruyne. So we're not worried, but I think it all depends on whether we're able to get that striker or not. If we can get a top striker, I don't see Eriksen coming because Kane can do the job. But if we don't get a top striker, then Eriksen has to come because somebody needs to find Kane a lot better than what we've been doing. And it's just another dynamic to how we play.
Yeah, I think you should get him regardless, because at the end of the day, Kane's a finisher. I know he can do everything. The boy can do everything. But you want him in the box. You want him bagging as many goals as he can. And if somebody else can be that creative spark, why not? And if you don't get Eriksen on a free, bruv, I swear down, bro. I don't know. I got to lock off the channel because I don't know how, how is... This is what I mean, like the levels of planning, yeah? And your manager's only been there months, bro. This is the level between someone that is experienced and is a veteran at his job and somebody that's an apprentice. Yeah, look at the way you guys are sorting out your weakest areas. Do you get what I'm saying? The only thing I will say about, you got Spence coming in, which I think is good. And hopefully he could be the fullback, obviously for you lot, hopefully he's the fullback that you expect him to be. Your fullbacks, to me, still, I'm not that convinced by your fullbacks. Royale, I'm not completely convinced by him. I'll be real with you. I think he's better going forward than he is defensively. Kind of like Nuno Tavares. He reminds me a lot of Nuno Tavares, and I never really liked fullbacks like that, which is why I want to get rid of Nuno Tavares here. I mean, what do you make of your fullback positions? What
bro, no, I totally agree with you. I think both, for me, Matt Doherty, I spent the whole season calling him Justin Timberlake, you know, and then he started to become good. You know, only because the only thing I liked about Matt Doherty this season, you know, was his trim. To be honest with you, you know, that fade is sick. It's hard. You know, always has a hard fade. You know, you know, but that was about it. But no, on a level, I think if Tottenham were really, really serious, we definitely have to get rid of Matt Doherty or Emerson. I think they're not good enough. I think Jed Spence is very difficult because he did his thing in the Championship. Can he make the move to the Prem? I think he might need time to settle. But potentially, the reason why we've gone for Jed is because that could be our version or our answer to Reece James. Because I've been saying for a time, if you're with the academies that we got and some of these young kids that I'm seeing in the academies, where is our Reece James? You know, Liverpool got Trent, Chelsea got my man in Reece. Where's our Reece? So I look at Jed and I think, actually, that could be the answer. And so definitely Emerson or Doherty should go. Left back, I think he's sorted. Conte likes Sessegnon. He really does like Sessegnon and sees him as a potential. But I think what he will do
What's
is
happening with him though? Because I didn't see this guy for time. I didn't see Sessegnon for time. What's going on with this guy?
It's injury, you know. I think it's injury and you know, he just lost a bit of momentum. But and then the system, you know, you change your manager, Mourinho doesn't help. He wants you to come back. Because I remember Sessegnon when he was at Fulham, my man was running Ben Davies ragged. I watched that game live in Wembley. Ben Davies couldn't come out of our half because boy, Sessegnon was coming at you full. But I think Conte likes him, but he needs guidance, and that's why he's brought in Perisic. I think when he watches Perisic, he will learn under Perisic this season, and I think you're going to start to see the real Cess. You're going to see glimpses of Cess this year, especially Champions League, but I think the next season is when Cess comes good and solidifies that left-hand side, if as long as Conte is still there. But you're right. I think if we can get Jed, then Emerson looks like he's the one most likely to go. It looks like Atletico Madrid want him, and to be honest, they can have him. Because I'm one of the few Spurs fans that didn't rate Trippier. Like I didn't like Trippier. You know, he get the ball and he's always passing it back, or he's doing the first time. I like a right wing back that can take on a man. You know, 1-on-1, stand him up, go down the line, old fashioned. You know, and if you can't do that, then I don't want that. And that's probably our biggest issue with Emerson Royale. He can't take on anyone. That's my issue with Matt Doherty. Can't take on anyone. And so therefore we need Jed, and we're hoping he can do that job. And if he does, then it's a masterstroke from Spurs again. So that's what we're looking at.
Okay, cool. So you think another 4 signings, yeah? Another 4 signings. What are the positions for those signings?
Yeah, so definitely we're going to have to get a backup striker. We've been talking about it for years, and we know, so that's Richarlison or that's Lautaro Martinez. I mean, big boys, we're not playing games. We just discussed right wing back, a Jed Spence type. If we get Jed Spence, I think we get him over the line this week. So that's 2.
Yeah.
I think potentially you're right. You know, we got the Basuma in, but I think we need, if Eriksen's available and it's for free, would be dummies not to take him. Come on, he's 30. He showed that he's still class. We played Brentford and my man was running things. So that's the 3rd signing for us. And then the last but not least is the left centre back of the 3. Ideally, we wanted a Bastoni, but if we're able to get a centre back of the ilk of Romero, then, mate, I'm not going to lie to you, mate. Well, it's a top 3. It's a top 3 race for next season because that squad is as good as any. So that's what you're looking at. A new left-sided centre back. You're looking at a striker. You're looking at a right wing back and Eriksen, another midfielder. Eriksen, I don't know if he starts because of the system that we play. But again, with the League Cup, FA Cup, Champions League, you know, you're going to see Conte mess around with his system because he can. And why not? So those are the 4 buys. I think if Tottenham get those 4 over the line, coupled with Perisic, Basuma, and Forster, I can say that we've probably had the best summer of all clubs. And I'm talking about even Liverpool, because Liverpool bought well with Carvalho and Nunes. But I would say that our summer window trumps theirs. And I think the other thing is if he's able to get them in before pre-season as well, so before we kick off pre-season in a couple of weeks, then it's looking very dirty because a good season a pre-season under Conte before we kick off next month. Yeah. No. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. You've got me speaking.
If there's a God, God forbid, Karaba, I cannot see this guy smiling. I swear down. We're going to be doing this every Sunday. I want to see you coming on it miserable, bro. I want to see lagrimas. I want to see tears in your eyes, bro. I want to see you having yellow eyes, bro. Like you're working at the flipping petrol station, working 24 hours, bro.
You know what?
I Tottenham doing what they got.
I hear what you're saying, but you know, like it's like that thing where, you know, when you talk about people that you know, so you might say, oh, my bedroom bought a Lambo, you know, or my bedroom's got this yard, or my bedroom's got 7 kids. There's always someone that you know that's got this, or my bedroom, you know, works in the bank and is a stockbroker and he invested in Bitcoin where it's early. There's always something. I have to say that is Spurs. You know, back in the day, we used to talk about Arsenal. We talked about the Invincibles. What it must have been like for you guys to go a whole Premiership season without losing a game. You know, we were just there looking at it as it was happening. And now, bro, you're on the other side. You've got to look at something special happening to Tottenham Hotspur. And I know deep down, you know, if you're an Arsenal fan, you're probably hoping and wishing, but really deep down, you lot are saying, rah, Tottenham's for real. They mean business. I mean, for me, right now, I'm saying it right now. I can't even hold back because I really wanted to get into the Arsenal team before I let this out. But you got to be saying Tottenham's got to be challenged. If they get those 4 players over the line, it's a top 3 race, 100%. It's a 3-horse race next season. Are you mad? No. Come on. It's a pleasure, bro. All I can say, Conte style. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure for to see the team, and they work for me, and it's a pleasure.
Fine, bro. And you know what? My club allows you to have all this chest, bro. My club allows you to have all this chest. Listen, let me get to some of the comments before I get into Arsenal. Northside, big up, bro. Blessings to you and your family. Thank you very much for tuning in. Big up Northside, my brother, always with the quality content. Share, like, and subscribe. Listen, make sure you subscribe as well to my bro's channel. Bro, send me the link that I know you got. This guy's got multiple channels. Yeah, send me the one that you want to plug, and then send it now in the chat, and I'll put it in the chat. Yeah. While you're doing that, I'll read the rest of the comments. Northside, big up Northside and DG. Big up Northside, big up to you. Big up Northside, YouTuber's hardest worker. Thank you, bro. Trust me, man, working 24 hours and still giving you content every day. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Big up people. Fuck all these pagans in the media coming from a United fan. Some same club, same PR, same shit. Listen, at least you're being honest about it. One of the most honest Man United supporters, because trust me, them guys have been arrogant for years. DG, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Now it's about humble pie, right? Let me put this. Go subscribe to my boy's channel. It's here in the chat every Sunday, 8 or 9 p.m. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, we may move it around sometimes. Obviously, life happens and this and that. But every Sunday, more than likely. Obviously, when the season starts, me and DG, we can move things around a little bit, especially if they're playing on a Sunday. We're playing on a Sunday. But the show's going to keep being weekly, you know what I mean? Unless we definitely can't do it for a certain week. DG supports Spurs. Yeah, he's a Spurs supporter. And it's good to see what your rivals are doing. This is why I think this show is necessary, yeah? Because we need to see what they are doing to see whether are we doing enough that we're doing. Because when DG's talking and the way he's explaining things, yeah, I'm thinking, bruh, I already knew my club ain't doing enough. And it's making me extra vexed that we're not doing enough. While these men are addressing everything they want. And you're right, DG, when you said, listen, your season, if you get those 4 players over the line, it is a better transfer window because you're addressing every area that you needed. And when was the last time Tottenham actually did that? Because Arsenal and Tottenham are the same. When's the last time we go into a transfer window and we actually address the areas that we need? It's always but we needed this. Oh, but we needed that. Oh, but there was that position. You lot make with Conte, and you know what? Yeah, you know what makes me laugh? Yeah, is people say about toxic and expecting too much. The fact that Conte called your board out and called your team out, yeah, just weeks in having the job. Look at the wonders he's done. Because they know if you want to keep me, you better do as I say. Because I'm a winner while you lot been losers. You know what I'm saying? So you lot better listen to me, innit? Because my CV is there. Now, we don't have that. We have a yes man in arteta that's just like, okay, let's celebrate. The Conques are great. Edu's great. We have our plan. We have a clear plan. Look at your guy, bro, and look at what he's getting out of your team.
Bro, I'm not here to speak disparagingly about your team, but one thing I think with Conte, what Conte did do is that he took if you look at that Spurs team this season, the season just gone, it was rubbish. I think only 4 of those players were decent. I'm not going to lie. He improved Ben Davis. He improved Dyer. He improved bloody Doherty. He improved Højbjerg. I mean, even Lucas Moore. These were fringes. Even Emerson Royal was doing things towards the end. But so what we've seen and what Levy's seen is if my man can get fourth with this squad, we just have to get better players than what we've had, and we're gonna do better. I mean, it's not rocket science. Just get better than what we currently got because we knew the weaknesses and we're gonna do well. The thing with Arsenal though is, I feel like you lot are wasting time. Like, I don't see that I don't see the urgency. I don't see the hunger coming out of your team. The season's finished. You're linked with Jesus. It might not happen. And then what? Like, really? And what? This person that you bought, come on, let's be real. He might do something. He might not. Very wishy-washy kind of thing. Your defense is not all that. I'm scared for Arsenal. I mean, I was talking in the week. For you guys to resurrect your season, and I'm not trying to. I know that people watch our show and they try and take what we do, but you need to be ambitious. You need Jesus over the line. You need to get Gnabry back. You need maybe like an Alphonso Davis. You need to bring in some heavy hitters. I was even saying, go and get Tony. Go and get Ivan Tony. Get someone who's a bit of a beast up top, target man, or even an Ollie Watkins. Do something, because at the moment, I can't lie, when I saw that purchase of that Vieira kid, I was like, is that it? I mean, it's so deep. I
thought I was the only one.
I don't know, because I don't watch. I don't give a I'm not gonna lie. I don't give a shit about Arsenal, so I don't follow what you lot are doing. But when you lot purchase this thing, apart from the couple of Arsenal guys that I follow on Instagram who tried to post the thing, I ain't heard Jack from any Arsenal fan. I've heard nothing. That means you lot ain't even impressed with this purchase. And let's be real, even if you get Jesus over the line, I can see another Pepe situation. First and foremost, you didn't need Pepe when you bought him. But with a Pepe, if you ain't got the midfield to supply Jesus, then you're looking at another Lacazette.
That's exactly what I said. Thank you. Preach. That's exactly what I said. This guy ain't lethal. So even in a team that create 101 chances, my guy ain't bagging more than Son or Kane or none of them, man. You know what I'm saying? So what's he going to get here when you have Odegaard, you have flipping Xhaka that doesn't do anything as a deep line playmaker, and Partey that's injured most of the time? Thank you. Thank you. And that is why I weren't gassed of us getting Jesus, because I'm like, bro, this guy has no service, bro. This guy has no service, bro. When they have a two backs of 4, yeah, Odegaard goes missing. When a team sets up with a low block, this guy can't unpick nothing, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? The only thing he can pick is his nose, bro. He can't pick nothing. I'm sick of it, bro. And what you said is bang on, bro. You guys, yeah, look at deep this. Man City, yeah, get Haaland for now. Liverpool get Darwin Núñez for now. You lot get Kulusevski to do a job now. You get flipping Bentancur to do a job now. You get Ramiro to get a job done now. Do you know what I'm saying? Basuma can do a job now. We're getting Tavares for the future. Ben White for the future. Tomiyasu for the future. Do you know what I'm saying? Lokonga for the future. Bro, how are you ever going to keep up when all your players aren't to perform now, but everyone has players that can perform now? That don't even make no sense. That makes no sense, bro. This super chat, big up to you, Tommy. One thing I love about West Ham and Arsenal fans, we come together as one in hating Spurs. That is one thing that is true. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, anyway, I got bones to pick with him with the hammers. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I don't know why they're trying to turn this into a beef thing. But yeah, bro, look, I'm looking at that Arsenal team, and at the moment, it just doesn't make sense. Like, none of it makes sense. And I can definitely see, like I said, Jesus being another potential Lacazette into your team. But, it's like what they call the trickle-down theory, innit? The trickle-down theory is the wealthy people at the top, if they got all the money, they will spend money and the money trickle down. But the truth of the matter is, how many vehicles is a rich person gonna buy? How many trainers are gonna buy? So when the government gas us up with this trickle down, the truth is the rich people ain't really trickling down. The point I'm trying to make is you're buying all these players for the future, but you actually need to balance it with experience. We brought in Perisic because we said we need to win now, not tomorrow, not in 2025, not in 2030. This bloody season. And so you need to bring in dogs. We need to bring in people who can make them things happen now. And so for me, there's no guarantee that these players, these young players, they're good players, but they need to be guided. And who's guiding them? Tierney? Tierney, is that your guidance? Come on. Tierney cannot be the person that you're calling on. My man was playing for Celtic. You understand what I'm saying? Celtic. As a reminder to you all, Scottish League. No disrespect, but enough said. All right? And that's where you're putting all your trust on. When I listen to these Arsenal fans tell me how good Tierney is, that's when I know that you lot have lost the complete plot. Do you get me? And Ben White is rubbish. If I were you guys, I would sell him real quick. You know who you should have got? I've been saying this for time. You got the wrong Brighton defender. Me, I like a dunk. I like the dunk there. You know that big, dusty, head the ball, put his thing on the line. Yeah, because Ben White is just too much of a little pretty boy. He just looks like he's been in Ibiza. He's just there. And you know what? He looks like he's in Ibiza and he wears pink shorts. I got nothing wrong with the color pink. It's just one of them. You just know what I mean. He's just a little softy. Nah.
Listen. You're talking facts, bro. You're talking absolute facts. Big up Northside and DG. Let me get through some of the comments because I'm not going to be able to get through all the comments and still give my quick analysis on our trash transfer window. Conte been at Tottenham and look at the players he's bringing in. Exactly. Big up Northside and DG and the chat. Big up yourselves. Make sure people you subscribe to DG's channel as well. Let me put it back there as well. That is the name of the channels. Make sure you go and subscribe to my guy. Basuma is a hell of a signing at that price, bargain. Fuad wouldn't neither would the Nigerian Englishman that Tottenham aren't doing good. The way you worded that, bro, was mad. I'm not gonna lie, but thank you. Big up Northside, the legend. I ain't a legend, just a passionate fan, bro. But thank you. Tielemans link gone a bit cold. Odd on signing him as drifted. DG, if Spurs win the league next season, then I'll be pissed as an Arsenal fan. Still fuming about Basuma Caralho. Yeah, bro, we're all mad about the Basuma. We're jealous. I'll be real. I wanted him. I'm not going to front because he went to Tottenham. A fringe player for Porto, not even in the first team ready. Exactly. Also not in the national team. Do you know what I'm saying? Spurs, Kulusevski, Basuma, Ben Spence, 4-star. Arsenal, 2 players from the MLS, some kid from Sao Paulo, and an unproven Portuguese player.
Oh, yeah. That kid, what was his name again? Marquinhos.
What's am I calling Marquinhos?
Oh, my days. Oh, Marquinhos, you know.
Put this show on Spotify. I don't even know how to put stuff on Spotify. I don't even know. Do you know?
You know what? It's something I think we need to look at because people need to listen back on this show because we're speaking true facts and we're speaking gems. And that comment there, you have to just big up that comment because the truth is, and bro, I really want to hear from you because you already know what I think. So far, you've purchased Marquinhos from Brazil and Vieira kid from Portugal. Yeah, so what's happening with you, look? Because you've got these two purchases, but also what have you got in the pipeline and what do you need?
In the pipeline?
Fully happy, yeah.
The pipeline just got a load of merda, bro. There's nothing in the pipeline. Absolute joking, bro. Listen, we just signed up, and this is what I hate about this club, yeah? It's all about PR, bro. Like, it's all about PR. Basuma was never in for, just like Vlahovic. Vlahovic came out, his agent came out and exposed us that actually he never received an offer from Arsenal. Arsenal know what the news is saying. They could come out and verify we're not in for this player. They never said anything because they knew they weren't going to buy anyone in January. They let the PR run, and when the window's shut, all these positive fans do their hard work saying, we tried, but we can't compete with Juventus. Well, it really comes out that him and his agent never heard no bids from Arsenal. We was never in for him. So we wasn't going to do anything. So why did Mikel Arteta come out and say we're going to maximize every transfer window? Because you can't tell me making no signings when we need a number 10, we need a number 8, we need a rotation as a CDM, we need another right back, we need a left back, we need a centre back. Do you know what I'm saying? We need a striker because we got rid of the only striker that we had that bagged goals. We need rotation in the wings. We had so many positions. The man is telling me that we couldn't find anyone for any of those positions. But we're maximizing every transfer window. That don't make no sense. No. Now, for me, the Basuma thing, I thought that was more fueled by us, the fans. We knew we needed Basuma. We wanted him, and the club didn't want him. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't think Arsenal was ever in for Basuma because the £25 million signing isn't hard to get over the line for a club the size of Arsenal. So we were never in for him. And what I thought they did is you lot made us have to act. When you got Basuma, even the so-called positive fans that are always up this process's arse, yeah, we're like, nah, I can't forgive this. I can't see Tottenham doing all this business and we're sitting there doing nothing and think that this is okay. When they started seeing that on social media and that everyone was feeling the same when you got Basuma, they got Fabio Vieira. And then what happened? The deal that they've been working on for the last couple of weeks, because Eddie Nketiah's, oh, is he going to stay? Is he not going to stay? He doesn't know. He's speaking to his agent. That's been brewing up for the last couple of weeks. They already knew they were going to sign him. Once you got Fabio Vieira and everyone's loading him up like the flipping Modric, then they're like, right, now we can announce Nketiah because the fans are on side. It's all about manipulation. If they did it before, fans would be underwhelmed. But because they got Fabio Vieira and all these lot are talking about XG and all this crap, now it's the right time to drop the Nketiah because it's a bit softer now. Do you know what I'm saying? They'll take that blow and they'll wrap it around. Plus, he gets the number 14 and he gets 100K a week. Bro, this guy scored 10 goals in the last 5 seasons in the Premier League. And we're twerking for him to give him 100K. This guy, his record is worse than Lacazette. Lacazette's best stats at Arsenal was 14 goals a season, yeah? And we said that he's not good enough. We let him go to Lyon, yeah? So why the fuck is this guy scored 10 goals in the last 5 seasons, but all of a sudden he's worthy of 100K a week?
It's a joke. It's crazy. Bro, I'm asking the same question. And, I called him out, no disrespect. I called him Nketiah when you guys were coming to the lane. But I think, again, bro, I mean, you're speaking truth. And again, for me, it's scary because part of me is wanting to laugh at what's happening on the other side. The other thing is I'm just scratching my head like, is this deliberate self-sabotage? Because are you saying that Nketiah is going to be your main striker this season? Because I think potentially deep down, they must be thinking that they might not get this Jesus thing over the line. Because I'm not getting this. Even if you get Jesus over the line, Nketiah and Jesus are not starting. And one of the reasons, and obviously correct me if I'm wrong, why Nketiah wanted to leave was he wanted to leave to get more game time. So for him to have signed a contract like that, he must have got assurances that he's going to play more, which means that this Jesus thing could also be a farcical.
Bro, you know when he signed this, and I said this to Arsenal fans, yeah, You can't go into a season with only one good player for each position. That's why you have rotation. That's why you got a bench. That's why you got so many players. You need to match the starting lineup quality as close as you can. Not, oh, we can get this guy and this guy's good for rotation. When we went and now that we signed Nketiah, bro, on my mum's life, we're gonna have Gabriel Jesus, Nketiah, and then we'll have Balogun as third choice. That ain't good enough, bro. Because if Jesus gets injured, who have we got? Also, Jesus is good when he gets space and chances. If we go up against a team that's compact with a low blow, you need a different style of striker. You need variation and you need good players. Now, Nketiah is only good when he has space in behind. So a low block will nullify him. So is Balogun. He ain't ready. So what are we doing going into the next season? It seems to me that we sign this guy up, do the cheap and easy deal, get him on 100K, so you ain't got to pay a fee to get a proper striker in. Get Jesus, and everyone will lap it up and say, oh, job's done. No, because Gabriel Jesus can get injured like any other player. Then you're looking at the bench. Our problem last season, when you're looking at the bench was absolutely abysmal, especially in midfield and especially in the striker position. I don't get it. And the thing is, anyone that wants to form an argument for this manager, well, why did you get rid of Aubameyang? Because his contract wasn't up. So why'd you get rid of him? Get him on side or actually sell him for some peace. But to get rid of him for nothing, knowing that you're coming in the summer and you don't have money to get two world-class strikers, how does that make any sense? Right now, would we not be in a better position if we had Aubameyang and Jesus as striker options? I think we would. I don't even think that's a debate, bro.
That's scary. That's scary. Even if Aubameyang is not on form, just seeing that the name he could potentially come on, that is some scary stuff. But right now, and the other thing about Nketiah, unless he's currently in Dubai, gymming it up, is that he's not a hold-up player. And with the way that the defenders are going on, do you get me? You need someone who's kind of strong. And one thing I knew is that he was very lightweight. Do you get me? But yeah, I think, Moussa Dembele, yes. Yeah, I just think Bissouma for me is just, you say Moussa Dembele, but he was very silky. I actually see more similarity in Patrick Vieira, your guy. And that's why I said he was the type of signing that you should have taken, but Tottenham got him. And that's where you know that things have changed. And bro, look, we're still going through. So you've signed Nketiah, or you've kept him longer. I think it's a 5-year deal. You've got. Tell me a little bit about how you were feeling when you got Marquinhos in. You get me? How did you?
This guy's laughing at my life, bro. Hey, down.
Tell me what you think about Marquinhos and this other dude.
We could have got him for free, yeah? But because Edu said, we want to have a good relationship with the club, we paid 3.6 million. Bruv, shut the fuck up, bro. What are you talking about? Give a good relationship, bro. The good relationship is you got talent, we buy it, goodbye. What do you mean good relationship, bro? Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? When these men are crying about, we ain't got money to compete. Bro, I did a video, a couple of videos ago, I did a video about, in the last 6 years, Arsenal has lost £336 million on players. That's how much we have lost. Because we let our biggest transfer signings, Lacazette, go for free, Ozil go for free, Aubameyang go for free. We got peanuts for Gnabry. We got peanuts for the majority of the players that we have. Do you know what I'm saying? A lot of times we didn't even receive half of the money that was spent on them. We didn't even break even. Now, I want to ask you a question, bro.
Yeah.
Tottenham, you've had Modric, you had Bale, you had all these players, yeah? And okay, people can bash you in terms of the way you reinvested the Bale money, etc. Your biggest assets, how much have they gone for? I'll let you say it.
Our biggest assets, they've gone for peas. I mean, our biggest was Gareth Bale. He went for 85 mil. That had Man City settled themselves with the Grealish bid, we actually probably would have sold Kane for 100 mil, 110 mil. I think it shifted when they bought Grealish for 100 mil, and then you're thinking Kane and Grealish, they're just not on the same level. So you got to give us 150. But if Man City had offered us 150 mil, Kane would have gone. Yeah, bro. We Modric went for big P. We don't sell cheap. The only cheap one, which is why I said Eriksen owes us, is Eriksen. We sold him for 20 mil when he was really worth 50 or 40 or 50 or 60 mil. Even had Dele Alli had a decent season at Everton, we would have got 40 mil. But because he didn't get any game time at all, it didn't even trigger. So we would have pretty much got rid of Dele Alli for free. But yeah, you know, Tottenham, we don't ramp with those sorts of things. We're not playing games because we don't have cash to burn. Whereas Arsenal, the way you go about your business, you guys got cash to burn. I mean, to get Jesus off of the line, we're hearing about 350 grand a week, another Ozil situation. And I just feel sorry for the fans, to be honest, because you're paying Big P for mediocrity. Do you get me? I can't imagine. Just to just put it into perspective, Harry Kane is the highest paid player at Spurs and he's on 220 grand a week. Now, that's big money for us normal people. But bloody Raheem Sterling's on more money than Kane, just to deep it. And you're there wanting to almost double that at Arsenal for Jesus. It just doesn't make no sense, man.
And if he's so great, how come our rivals are so happy to give him up? I say this to Arsenal fans: would Tottenham give us Kane? Would Liverpool give us Mane or Salah? Would Man City give us Bernardo Silva or Foden or De Bruyne? Would Man United give us? I don't know. I don't know. Who would they give us? I don't even know because that team's a bit dead. I can't lie. It's kind of hard in Man United. You know what I'm saying? But no one that's got anyone of any note, they're not going to just give you those players. And when we've gone in for a lot of play, this is why I get scared here, because I've seen this club go and get Welbeck. I've seen this club go get Silvestri. I've seen this club go and get Willian, go and get David Luiz. All these guys that are part of the car boot sale of our rivals. And what have they done for us? No, but it's true, bro, Kadamba. It's true.
Willian.
I'm not saying that Gabriel ain't levels, bro, because we're here sitting saying that, you know, Richarlison is decent. Gabriel also gets in the Brazilian set aside. But what I'm saying is, he's not the be-all and end-all the way these fans are going to make it seem, because if he was, he'd be staying there. They would say, you got a contract, you honor that, you ain't going nowhere. And they can lose out on somebody like him because they got unlimited funds. So they don't really need to make the money back. Do you know what I'm saying?
I mean, the only argument is that he does deserve to start. Do you get me? And I think out of all the teams right now, you want to play for a big six team. Let's be real. In the Premier League, if you're in the big six, you're getting the money, you're getting the football. So I think Arsenal really is the only team that can guarantee Jesus week in, week out. Because even if he was to come to Spurs, he's not guaranteed to start. He's not guaranteed to start at Chelsea. Maybe he could do a job at Chelsea because Lukaku, they need a striker, to be honest, Chelsea. So maybe Chelsea or Arsenal, Jesus can definitely start. But the other teams, it's a hell no. Definitely a hell no. So I can kind of see from that perspective why it might look a little bit attractive for Jesus to do that. But you're right. From time they're letting rid, it's not scary. And when you look at his numbers, there's not fantastic. What did he get? About 8 goals or something, you know, or 8 assists, and he got about 10 goals. It's nothing to kind of be scared about too tough. And like I said, if he hasn't got the midfield support, then you're looking at them type of numbers, them type of 10 goals a season. And for me, you know, if you're not clocking 20 goals or more, then it's a waste of money, quite frankly. And when I say 20, you know, Liverpool had a season where the 3 strikers, Firmino, Salah, Mane, all hit 20 goals. Do you get me? I think it was the season that they won the Prem. Where Tottenham have been failing is that, you know, Kane and Son have been doing that, hitting the 20 goals a season. But the third leg has been getting under 10 goals. Moura hasn't hit 10. And the whole time he's been at Spurs. So we just need a half-decent right-hand side that can hit like 15. And you're looking at top 3 right there. It's Kulusevski, Richarlison, whoever's on that right, if they hit 15 goals, Spurs are in the top 3, especially if Son and Kane keep doing. Because Son and Kane were literally first and third for goals scored in the Prem. I mean, it's madness. So, you know, we're just missing that third leg. So, but yeah, look, Arsenal, at the moment, bro, I can't lie to you. We just have to be honest. For me, as a Spurs fan, it is a pleasure, but also it's a little bit boring as well. I can't lie. You know, I don't want to disrespect the show, and what we're trying to do, bro. But
no, it's boring, bro.
It's dry. What's coming out of Arsenal is very dry. It's crap. It's crap.
Of course. It's getting worse, bro.
I mean, I've seen in the chat, you lot are going for Tillemans. I'm done. I mean, Tillemans is a baller, but again, like...
I would have preferred Basuma. I can't lie to you. I would have preferred Basuma. I'm not going to even front. I don't care. I'm saying that as it is. I don't care if what I'm saying is not popular. I wanted Basuma, bro. I wanted Basuma. That is the player I wanted, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? That had a year left out of the two. Now, I don't mind getting Tillemans, but no one's going to tell me Tillemans is world class. We're not going to say that. Listen, we're not going to keep this show going on too long. The last topic I'm going to get into, and I do also want your opinion. I don't know if you've heard of it. Ian Wright coming out and speaking absolute merda. Here we got the Mail Online saying, how can you be so ungrateful? Arsenal defender Gabriel calling out the fans, and also Ian Wright called out the fans as well. Let's just go straight down to the quotes, calling out some of the fans. Ian Wright, one of the biggest hypocrites of this club, honestly, like absolute disgrace, bro. This guy, bro, every time with the merchandise. Man saying here, yeah, man put up, you can never call yourself an Arsenal fan with negativity of this nature. Would you say this to Eddie's face? If not, shut the fuck up. Bro, who the fuck are you, bro? Who the fuck are you to be telling, who made you part of the flipping police, bro? Look at this dickhead, bro. Yeah. All he does is come on flipping TV, chatting absolute shit. This is my message to Ian Wright, yeah? Shut the fuck up, yeah? Because you're only a legend because you won stuff. The standard to be a legend at a club is to win things. Football is about winning. This club ain't won nothing in 19 years. How dare you come out because a fan ain't happy? Ian Wright, you're the biggest hypocrite. I got 3 articles right here. I'm not going to put them all up. 3 articles over here that you yourself before this came out condemning the Cronkies and calling Nketiah not good enough. Ian Wright takes aim at very poor Eddie Nketiah, yeah? After we lost to Nottingham Forest. Yeah, and there's more articles like that. Yeah, I'm not going to get into all of it.
Yeah.
How dare you call out Eddie Nketiah, say he's not good enough for Arsenal, he ain't good enough, you don't like the Cronkies, you were there behind us when some fans wanted to protest and you said the Cronkies don't care about Arsenal, they're not invested, rare tear. And now you want to flip-flop because you're on the payroll, yeah, because you're coming out, wheeling out all the merchandise with your barlid, yeah, coming out talking absolute merda, yeah, va tu manuku and shut the fuck up because you, unlike me, have a paid interest in this club. So now you want to back it because you're on the payroll, because Adidas is paying you, because every merch we get Wrighty walking down fucking London streets and coming out the tube and all that, bro, shut up, bro. You know what I'm saying? You can't be a hypocrite. You can't call out this player, say he's not good enough, and now try and tell us we're not proper fans. So what were you when you were calling out Eddie Nketiah? Because you called him out and you said he ain't good enough, which he's not. But now you're getting paid, and now you're getting all the backhanders. You have an invested interest now. So you're not going to be... It's like when you got a friend, and your friend does something. It's hard to be objective because that's your bedroom, or that's your dad, or that's this, or that's that. You know what I'm saying? You've got an invested interest, so you'll probably let slide what you won't let another man slide because you've got an invested interest. You've got an invested interest in Arsenal. So you're not coming out and saying anything. Listen, I don't care about none of these ex-players. They come out and talk absolute bollocks, yeah, to suck up to the club to get another job. Who is it? How dare you tell us, yeah, what our standards should be? Do you know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, when I started supporting football, no one told me, oh, to be a fan, you have to support everything. To be a fan, when did this start happening? This started happening in the internet era, where people try to tell someone what it is to be a fan. No, to be a fan is to put the interest of the club first. And if the interest of Arsenal being the best in the world, Eddie Nketiah signing to my club is not the best interest of my club. DG, let's finish it off with you taking it away. What do you think? Do you think it's correct for ex-players to diminish the standard of a club? Do you think that's correct?
No, I mean, look, I think the only thing I can say is there's a lot of it's good to see a club support one of their own. You know, there's a lot of nostalgia, there's a lot of feeling. It feels like everybody wants to support Nketiah. So let me take the positive first. There's a lot of support around Nketiah. There's a lot of hope. We want him to do good. He's a local lad. He came up through the academy, and you lot are trying to do a thing. But on the other hand, also, there's about the reality of the game, and there's football. And when you look at Arsenal, the size of the club, and you look at the player that you're bringing through, look, Nketiah might do something this season, but based on his performances, I don't think he's gonna do anything special. And it comes to a point that when are people just gonna stand up and say, maybe for me, he should have gone out on loan. He should have gone to Crystal Palace under Vieira for a season, done a Gallagher, banged in goals because Crystal Palace could have done with a proper striker. If he had a good season there, then he can come back and be this man and deserve to wear a legend interior and research. Shirt number. But let's be real. You know, we said this before. This is, after the North London derby. When you see 14 on his back, is anyone going to be petrified? No. You know what I mean? Is he the man? No. When you see Nketiah starting for Arsenal, you're licking your lips. You know what I'm saying? You're like, all right, well, there's no goals today. When I knew Nketiah was at Spurs, I knew you guys weren't scoring. I just knew it. Do you know what I mean? I knew it wasn't going to happen. So for me, I think, to be fair to Ian Wright, there's something going on at Arsenal, and this is what my final thing. For those fans that have been watching Stranger Things, something's going on in that village in Hawkins. We know it now. If you're watching this season, you know it's Hawkins. The Hawkins is the problem, not America. When I look at Arsenal, it's Stranger Things for me. It's really Stranger Things. How can you turn around here, right, and be pretending that you think this is a good thing? Like everyone around is all pretending, and for me, it's just like rah. Like they're literally in the upside down. Like Arsenal fans are walking in the upside down world. The little monsters there coming to lick them in the face, and they're saying the monster is an angel. That's the kind of thing that's happening. So, bro, I think it's a sign of the times at Arsenal. It's very much a sign of the times where Arsenal fans are just not ready, including your legends. You know, I watched Martin Keown on TalkSport say that he wouldn't take any Spurs fan in his starting 11, and then he got drawn out the next day. And the guy told him straight, so you were lying then, because you said that none of them players could get in the Arsenal squad. So there's a lot of delusional things going on, and I think, unfortunately, Ian Wright got caught up in that hype, bro. But, you know, all I would say, Northside, is
why is he calling out a fan? Because this response is because a fan said, I'm not impressed with Fabio Vieira, something like that. And then he was like, I'm not happy with Nketiah getting an iconic shirt with a number 14 shirt. Now, me and you know, R9. Why do we call him R9? CR7. These shirts, if no one cares about these shirts, why don't our biggest stars then have 55 or 69 or flipping 121 or something? A lot of shirts at clubs. I don't know about Tottenham. You can tell me, you can inform me with the iconic shirt numbers at Tottenham, but they have a meaning. There's a significance behind that. Man United, do you know what I mean? With the number 7 shirt, that's an iconic shirt for them. Do you know what I'm saying? These shirt numbers mean something. And we're giving it to somebody that's come through the youth academy that doesn't even have is not even on the projection of someone like a Saka, you know, because we gave Edmund Smith-Rowe the number 10. Yeah, we already know Bergkamp, etc., etc. All right, cool. Saka got the number 7. Cool. But these players have the trajectory to go up. They may not reach it. We don't know. It's never for certain. But you can understand to a degree why they got those numbers. Why isn't Nketiah getting this number 14 shirt, only scoring 10 goals in 5 seasons?
Bro, the only thing I can say to you is that this is what I call, without going too deep, the spiritual side of football. I say this. Harry Kane's first season for Spurs, he was given the number 18 shirt. Do you know who wore number 18? Klinsmann. And the rest is history. And then the rest is history, bro. You know, Kane has gone on to surpass, kill whatever Klinsmann did. I can't even remember Klinsmann. So the only thing I can say to you, bro, is I think now that he's been given the number 14, you lot need to hope and pray that he gets some of that Henry spirit, boy, and he does something on that pitch. But yeah, if he doesn't, then it's a real shame, and it would have tainted a legacy. But you know, sometimes you gotta kind of wrap it. You know, Harry Redknapp says you gotta wrap your arm around and shoulder these players and show them love to bring out the best in them. And maybe that's the move that Arteta is doing, showing him that, look, I really believe that you can be the man. You can be an Henry. You can surpass Henry. And to be honest, Arteta's got to do something, bro. Because if he can't bring out the best in Nketiah, you know what I'm saying, then it's looking like a very, very long season for you. And you and Frank Lampard, when we're looking at each other, you get me, on the lower end of the table. So, you know, the only thing, bro, I can say to you is let's hope for your sake that he can invoke even 50% of what Henry was. Because if he does, then Nketiah has a good season. He gets more than 10 goals. But if he doesn't, then you've got every right to draw out Ian Wright and the others. And I only say this because Kane, before he made his name, got the 18 shirt, scored a free kick against Aston Villa, and the rest is history, my jigger. So, you know, but yeah, I agree with you. I don't think he's done enough to deserve 14. For me, I would have definitely given him Lacazette's shirt. I'd have given him a 9. I mean, 14. But at the same time, you know, Ian Wright, he's got caught up in the hype. A lot of Arsenal fans have got caught up in the hype. And, bro, at the end of the day, you guys are clutching at straws. You know, you're needing something to clutch onto, and you're putting all your hope in Nketiah. And we'll see what happens, quite frankly. As for me, yeah, I don't think he's that person. But I can see why they've done it at the same time as well.
Listen, I agree, bro. For me, I just think it's disgraceful. I hate all these people saying how you can support a club. I just think it's absolutely disgraceful and just lowering the standards of this club. Right, guys, I've put the 2 names of the 2 channels from DG back in the chat. Make sure there's 97 people tuned in right now. Make sure you go subscribe to Paxton Road TV channel and also go subscribe to 1Touch TV. Do you know what I'm saying? Go subscribe to both of my boys' channels. Go and support. If you like how DG speaks, because I obviously do, which is why I wanted to do a channel. I wanted to do a show with him every week. And I think the insight, bro, we're all learning. Like, even though I'm part of the show, for me, I'm learning. There's a lot of things that you enlighten me about Tottenham. And like I said, for both teams, like, you can go back to his channel and say, okay, well, this happened, that happened. And I can now have an idea. Okay, cool. Has it really been a successful transfer window so far? Because Tottenham are on their way to really addressing every position that they need to be competitive. So listen, make sure you go like and subscribe. Paxton Road TV and 1Touch TV and support my boy. Listen, bro, thanks a lot. This is episode 1. Any last words?
No, bro. Look, it's a pleasure to be with Northside, and you know, look, it's just gonna get bigger and better. Do you know what I'm saying? And just supporting and giving more content. I'm just looking forward to this week, bro. I think this week is a big week. Let's see the sort of transfers. I think if Spence gets it over the line, I'm singing a new tune to you next week Sunday, bro. So you know, yeah. Look, it's the first episode. And let's see how accurate we are in terms of our predictions before the season starts. But you heard it here live and direct. If Spurs get those 4 players, those 4 additional players over the line, we're not talking top 4 anymore. We're talking a 3-horse race for the league. And you heard it here on the 19th of June, 2022. So big up to my guy, Northside. It's a fantastic show. Let's smash it up. You get me?
Come on, you already know, man. You already know. Man's got his chest up in that. You know what I'm saying? Man's got his chest up. Listen, me and DG will probably, you know, a couple of little shots there, and you know what I mean? But it's kind of hard because DG's realistic with it. I'm realistic with it. So there's nothing you can really say to me about my club that I haven't seen or accepted. You know what I'm saying? So as much as sometimes we'll do a little cheeky banner and I'll try and get my little 2 pence in, it's kind of hard because they picked us for Champions League football. They got a better manager. They actually got 2 world-class players in their team. It's hard. I can go for history, but I don't want to live in the past. I want to live in the present. You know what I'm saying? And football's about going forward. So listen, we'll always send little shots and you know what I mean? With time, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Every time they lose and I see DG's face on this channel, I will be smiling. You know what I'm saying?
100%, bro. 100%. It's all love at the end of the day. But yeah, you know, the shots will be fired. But at the moment, like you rightly said, you know, I'm just enjoying the moment. You know, the fact of the matter is Tottenham are doing bits, and nobody can say anything negative about my club. Like I said to you, bro, I think for you and the other Arsenal fans, you need a big boy signing, because if you don't get a couple big names over the line, I don't know how long this show will last, bro, because I don't know how long you're going to be able to take the beating week in, week out. Do you get me? Because I'm coming every Sunday, do you know what I mean? To bring the fire, to bring the smoke. So I'm just, you know, I'm being supportive, but I'm also letting you know it will get longer.
Man ain't expected to do the show yet because he's enjoying seeing my team be miserable, blood. You know what I'm saying? This guy, man, self-interest in that. Look at
just saying. But yeah, episode 1 though, episode 1, we got more to come.
That's what I'm saying. It is what it is, bro. It is what it is. Listen, without further ado, make sure you subscribe to Paxton Roll TV channel and also 1Touch TV. Make sure you subscribe to my brother, and we're out. Bam.